seen this raw strength only once before. It didn't scare me enough then. It does now.
The new trailer for The Last Jedi is here, and so, as always, Universe is going frame by frame to see what spoilery goodness is hidden in the depths of its 65 shots. As we will be theorizing, be warned, it may get spoilery up ahead, or we might be extremely wrong because of misdirection. Be sure to subscribe to Universe for more TV and movie coverage. Now let's break down The Last Jedi trailer number 2. The first shot shows Kylo Ren overseeing the construction of the First Order's new walkers, the all-terrain Mega Caliber 6, and some additional smaller walkers. We then see these walkers approaching the cliff wall we have seen in the other trailer. You can make out 2 smaller AT-ATs of Empire construction here. It appears the First Order is still using them. Hovering above the walker line, what appears to be Kylo's Upsilon-class command shuttle. Director Rian Johnson has said Crate is a remote mining planet with an abandoned rebel base on it. Leia Organa's Resistance takes possession of the base during the war with the First Order. Next is Kylo leading a squad of stormtroopers into a cavern with red floors, probably on Crate. As Kylo picks up his black matte lightsaber, which has the damn hilt on it, we hear Snoke's talking about raw, untamed power and something truly special. This could be directed at Kylo to woo him over to the dark side, or be directed at Rey. Next up, various shots of Ahch-To, which, as we know, is the planet mostly covered in water where Luke was rumored to have gone in exile seeking the first Jedi temple. This may be the ruins of that temple here that Rey is passing. When Rey hands Luke the lightsaber, you can slightly make out the blaster wound he received in Return of the Jedi. And now we see Rey looking at what is thought to be the Journal of Wills, which contains information and poetry about Force users that are balanced between the light and dark side. The stone Rey is training with seems to be carved out, probably by Jedi learning precision over time. We see a crack form in a stone near where Rey is using the Force. Luke looks down and seems terrified. We then hear Luke say he's seen this raw strength only once before, and it didn't scare him enough then. Luke is probably talking about Kylo in the past and means that Rey is just as powerful or even more powerful. Behind him on the ground is a medallion or something, which is more evidence that he may be in the ruins of an ancient Jedi temple. Here we see the same flashback from The Force Awakens with the added detail that Luke was climbing out of the destruction that Kylo's Knights of Ren did. Luke was there. Kylo is seen here with a bandage over his wound and seems to be having trouble getting rid of Ben Solo. This battle looks as if the First Order intercepts the Resistance fleet with Leia Organa, and we see Kylo Ren's TIE silencer in action for the first time. Kylo Ren is targeting a ship, but he looks emotional about it and is reluctant to fire. The trailer implies that Leia is being targeted. Here we see the Millennium Falcon flying through a red crystal cavern being pursued by TIE fighters. This is probably taking place on Crate, as the red crystal they're flying through is the resource that was mined. Here we see a porg on the Falcon. Porg are cliff-dwelling seabirds native to Ahch-To. Maybe Chewie was really distraught after losing Han and needed a friend. Here we see shots being fired at transport ships. These transport ships look a lot like the GR-75s from The Empire Strikes Back. Poe Dameron with his new Incom Freytech T-70, codenamed the Black One. Maybe he needs a boost for a chase. Poe Dameron is strafing the First Order dreadnought, the Supremacy, and the First Order's finalizers can be seen in the background. Here, Captain Phasma and Finn are fighting. Finn appears to be armed with a Z6 riot control baton like we saw in The Force Awakens being used by the fated FN 2199. Finn is dressed as a First Order officer, and he and Phasma fight in what looks to be the factory that Kylo was looking down on in the first scene. Here we assume there's the Battle of Dakar, the First Order dreadnought making a huge appearance. BB-8, probably in Poe Dameron's X-Wing, gets an ion shock during the space battle. If this movie mirrors Empire Strikes Back, Luke laying on the ground may be telling Rey to complete her training before helping the Resistance. A pack of crystalline foxes we saw concept art of in the video from Star Wars Celebration seem to be going into the Resistance base. These scenes of Rey swimming and Luke looking on are possibly training scenes or a Dagobah-like Jedi strength test. Here we see Finn again dressed as that First Order officer. Maybe he's arrested or maybe he's undercover. Next, more shots of the battle for Crate with the speeders from the first trailer. Snoke is seen here in person for the first time, reaching out at what may possibly be Rey. When you pair the gold robe he's wearing and the gold in the background of the shot of Rey bending backwards. Finally, you hear Rey saying she needs someone to show her her place in all of it, coupled with a shot of Kylo Ren extending his hand. The lighting looks consistent on Rey's face, but is raining fire behind Kylo. This could be misdirection and could be cut from different times. That's all that we caught. If you saw something else, let us know in the comments below or let me know on Twitter at Buddy Hutton. Make sure you subscribe to Universe for more on your favorite TV shows and movies. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you.